My child, may I ask you something? Why do you carry the weight of tomorrow as if you must lift it all by yourself? I see the silent tremor in your heart, the unspoken dread that whispers you might not be enough, that you might try your very best only to fall short. This fear of failure, this heavy cloak you wear in secret, I have seen it, and I have come now in this very moment to speak directly to that fear and to command it to be silent. I want you to feel my presence surrounding you, a calming balm upon your anxious thoughts, for this is not just a message, it is an embrace for your soul. Have you ever wondered why the opinions of others can feel like arrows to your spirit, or why the thought of disappointing someone, especially me, feels so unbearable? It is because I have woven within you a deep, intrinsic desire for purpose, a longing to create, to build, and to leave a mark of goodness on this world. This is not a flaw, beloved. This sensitivity is a sign. It is the mark of a heart that is tender and open to my voice, a spirit that I have set apart for a task that requires great care, great love, and great faith. This intense desire to succeed is a reflection of the divine dreams I have placed inside of you. You often look at others who seem to move through life so effortlessly, without the constant second-guessing that plagues your mind, and you wonder why your path feels so fraught with potential missteps. It is because your journey is unique, tailored specifically for the glorious destiny I have prepared. The ground you walk upon is holy, consecrated for a purpose far greater than you can currently perceive. The meticulous way you approach your tasks, the way you pour your entire heart into your efforts, is a testament to the magnitude of the calling I have placed upon your life. Do not mistake your carefulness for fear. It is the reverence of a soul handling sacred things. I have seen you replay your perceived mistakes over and over in the quiet of the night, each one a fresh wound to your spirit. I have watched you stand at a crossroads, paralyzed by the possibility of choosing the wrong path, terrified of the finality of a wrong decision. This fear has told you that one error could unravel everything, that one stumble could disqualify you from my plan. It has painted a picture of me as a harsh taskmaster, waiting to condemn you for your imperfections. But that is a lie whispered from the shadows, designed to keep you small, to keep you still, and to keep you from walking into the fullness of who you were created to be. Remember the times you poured your soul into a project, only to see it fall apart. I was there. I saw the tears you cried when no one was watching, and I collected each one. Remember the relationship you fought for, the dream you chased with every fiber of your being, that ended not with a victory but with a painful goodbye. I was with you in that heartbreak, feeling the ache within your chest as if it were my own. These moments were not punishments. They were not indicators of your inadequacy. They were profound, painful, and powerful lessons from a loving Father who had to allow certain doors to close so the right ones could be revealed. The enemy of your soul wants you to believe that these experiences define you, that they are a permanent record of your failures. He wants you to build a fortress around your heart with the bricks of past disappointments, a fortress to keep you safe, but also to keep you imprisoned. He points to your scars and calls them blemishes, signs of your defeat. He wants you to look in the mirror and see someone who is broken, someone who is not worthy of a second chance, let alone the glorious destiny I have written for you in the stars before time even began. This is his greatest deception against a child of mine. I have seen you shrink back from opportunities, allowing your voice to be silenced because the fear of saying the wrong thing was too great. I have watched you hide your incredible gifts from the world, burying the talents I gave you under a blanket of self-doubt, terrified that if you brought them into the light, They would be judged as insufficient. Every time you did this, a part of heaven felt the loss of the beauty you were meant to release. Your silence, your hesitation, your retreat into the shadows has never been a disappointment to me, but it has always been a sorrow, for I know the freedom and joy that await you on the other side of this fear. This fear of failure has been a thief, robbing you of peace, stealing your joy, and consuming your precious energy. It has made you a harsh critic of yourself, holding you to a standard of perfection that I myself do not demand of you. You have spoken to yourself with a cruelty you would never direct at another living soul. You have magnified your weaknesses and minimized your strengths, creating a distorted image of the masterpiece I so lovingly created. It is time for this thief to be exposed, and for the stolen goods to be returned to you 100-fold. Your peace is waiting. Your joy is ready to be restored. I see the weariness in your spirit, the exhaustion that comes from constantly fighting this internal battle. You feel you have to be strong all the time, that you must present a perfect facade to the world, lest they see the cracks in your armor. You fear that if they saw your vulnerability, your doubts, your struggles, they would turn away. But my child, it is in those very cracks that my light is meant to shine most brightly. It is in your admission of weakness that my strength is made perfect. You do not have to pretend with me. Lay down the heavy armor of perfection. I am your shield and your refuge. The constant pressure you feel, the sense that you are always on the verge of letting everyone down, is a heavy burden to bear. This pressure was never from me. I am the God of grace, the author of rest, the giver of peace that transcends all understanding. The pressure you feel is a chain forged by the world's expectations and the enemy's lies. It tells you that your worth is tied to your performance, your value is measured by your achievements, and your acceptance is conditional upon your success. I have come today to shatter that chain with the truth of my unconditional, unwavering, and unending love for you. Do you understand now, my child, that this deep-seated fear is not a sign of your weakness, but an attack on your destiny? The opposition you face is directly proportional to the magnitude of the calling on your life. The enemy does not waste his arrows on those who pose no threat to his kingdom of darkness. The very fact that you are so relentlessly targeted by this fear, this spirit of intimidation, is a testament to the incredible power, purpose, and anointing that I have placed within you. He is not afraid of who you are now. He is terrified of who you are becoming in me. Now lean in close and let me tell you a divine secret. Let this truth sink deep into the soil of your spirit and dismantle the lies you have believed. Every single time you thought you had failed, you were actually learning. Every misstep was a lesson in disguise. Every closed door was my hand of protection, redirecting you from a path that was not my best for you. What you labeled as a catastrophic failure, I was using as a foundational stone for your future. I was teaching you resilience. I was building your character. I was strengthening your faith in the valley, so you could stand strong on the mountaintop. You have been looking at your past through a fractured lens, seeing only the moments of falling. But I see the entire tapestry. I see how each broken thread, each dark color, has been woven together to create a pattern of breathtaking strength and beauty. I have wasted nothing of your life. Not one tear, not one moment of pain, not 1 ounce of struggle has been in vain. It has all been part of a sacred process, a divine alchemy, turning what was meant for your harm into an instrument for your good and my glory. Your past does not disqualify you, it has qualified you. The fear of failure is rooted in a misunderstanding of my nature. You fear you will lose my love, but my love is not something you can earn, so it is not something you can lose. It is a free, eternal gift. You fear you will derail my plan, but my plan is not so fragile that it can be broken by human error. I am sovereign. I am the master weaver. I can incorporate any color, any thread, any knot into my perfect design. Your choices matter, yes, but my grace is always greater than your mistakes. There is nothing you can do that could ever make me turn my back on you. So I am silencing that voice of fear right now. In the name of my Son, Jesus, who has already conquered all fear and death, I command that spirit of intimidation to release you. I declare that the chains of self-doubt are breaking. The grip of anxiety is loosening. The spirit of perfectionism is losing its power over your mind. I am flooding your soul with a tidal wave of my peace, a peace that stands guard over your heart and your mind. Feel it now. Breathe it in. This is your new reality. You are no longer a slave to fear. You are a child of the Most High God. I am not calling you to a life of flawless perfection. I am calling you to a life of fearless faith. I am asking you to be brave enough to try, to be courageous enough to risk, knowing that even if you stumble, I will be right there to catch you. My son learned obedience through the things he suffered, and you, too, are being perfected through your journey. True failure is not falling down. True failure is refusing to get back up. And I promise you, I will always give you the strength to rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Your value is not, and has never been, determined by your success or failure. Your value was sealed at the cross. It was determined by the price my son was willing to pay for you. You are worth everything to me. You are my beloved child, my treasured possession, the apple of my eye. Whether you are on the mountaintop of victory or in the valley of struggle, my love for you remains constant, fierce, and unchanging. Let this truth be the anchor for your soul in every storm. Your worth is settled once and for all. I want you to start seeing yourself the way I see you. When you look in the mirror, I want you to see a warrior, not a worrier. I see someone who has been through fires and has not been burned, who has walked through waters and has not been drowned. I see a survivor. I see a person of immense strength, profound compassion, and unwavering resilience. I see my own image reflected in you. You are so much more than your fears, so much more than your perceived limitations. You are my masterpiece in progress. Now I have an assignment for you. I want you to take one small step today in the direction of your dream, the very dream that fear has told you is impossible. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. Just one step. Send that email. Make that phone call. Write that first page. Pick up that paintbrush. Whatever it is, do it with the confidence of knowing that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I am empowering you. Let this small act of obedience be a declaration of war against the fear that has held you captive for so long. As you take this step, do not focus on the outcome. Release the outcome to me. Your responsibility is obedience. My responsibility is the result. Your job is to plant the seed of faith. My job is to make it grow. Detach yourself from the need for a specific result and instead attach yourself to me, the God of all outcomes. Find your joy in the journey, in the simple act of walking with me, trusting me, and allowing me to work through you. This is the secret to silencing the fear of failure forever. Your focus is not the destination, but your devotion to me. I am healing the parts of your heart that have been wounded by criticism and judgment, both from others and from yourself. I am applying the balm of my grace to those tender places, reminding you that my approval is the only approval that truly matters. Man looks at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. And I see a heart that loves me, a heart that desires to please me, and that is all I ask. Release the need for validation from the world. Find your validation in my loving gaze, which is always upon you. I am opening your eyes to see the failures of your past in a new light. You will begin to see them as divine setups, not setbacks. You will recognize my hand of providence in every situation, connecting the dots and understanding how each experience was necessary to prepare you for this very moment. A spirit of gratitude will replace the spirit of regret. You will thank me for the closed doors, for the painful lessons, for the times of waiting, because you will see with perfect clarity that I was protecting you, positioning you, and perfecting you for your destiny. Let go of the timeline you have created for your life. Your timing is not my timing. I operate outside of the constraints of time, in the realm of eternity. Your delays are not denials. The seasons of waiting are not seasons of waste. I am working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, preparing hearts, and aligning everything for the perfect moment of manifestation. Trust my timing. It is always perfect. Do not allow the fear that you are behind to rush you out of the season of preparation I have you in. Great things take time to build. I am commissioning you today to be a voice of encouragement to others who are trapped in the same fear. Because you have walked through this valley, you are uniquely qualified to help others find their way out. Your testimony of being set free will be the key that unlocks someone else's prison. Do not hide your scars. They are a testament to my healing power. Be open, be vulnerable, and share the story of how my love silenced your fear. This is how you turn your greatest battle into your greatest ministry. Your pain has produced a purpose. I declare over you a new season of boldness, courage, and divine confidence. You will walk into rooms with your head held high, not because of your own abilities, but because you know who you are and whose you are. You will speak with authority, not from a place of arrogance, but from a deep, settled assurance of my presence within you. You will dream bigger dreams than ever before, not because you have become fearless, but because your faith in me has become greater than your fear of failure. You will no longer be intimidated by the size of the giant. You will be inspired by the size of your God. I am surrounding you with people who will speak life into your spirit, who will champion your dreams, and who will remind you of the truth when you are tempted to believe the lies. I am removing those from your life, whose words have reinforced your fears and insecurities. Pay attention to the voices you allow to have influence in your life. I am sending you divine connections, mentors, and friends who will be like scaffolding around you as you build the new thing I am doing in your life. You do not have to do this alone. I am giving you a fresh anointing of creativity and innovation. The ideas and strategies that I will download into your spirit will be divinely inspired. You will have solutions for problems that have stumped others. You will see pathways where others only see walls. This is because you are tapping into my infinite wisdom. Do not be afraid to step out and try something new, something that has never been done before. I am the God of originality, and I have placed a unique spark of my creative genius inside of you. It is time to let it shine. From this day forward, I want you to redefine what success means to you. Success is not fame, fortune, or the applause of men. True, eternal success is finishing the race I have set before you. It is being faithful with what I have given you, whether it is little or much. It is loving me with all your heart and loving others as you love yourself. It is living a life that points back to me. If you do these things, your life will be a resounding success in the courts of heaven, and that is the only place where it truly counts. Whenever the whispers of fear and failure begin to creep back into your mind, I want you to immediately replace them with my promises. You are more than a conqueror. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. My plans for you are for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Let my word be the sword you use to cut down every lie. Speak my truth out loud until it becomes more real to you than any fear. Embrace the journey of becoming. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. Give yourself the same grace that I so freely give you. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories. Forgive yourself for your mistakes and move forward. Your walk with me is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And I am not standing at the finish line waiting for you. I am running alongside you every step of the way, cheering you on, offering you water when you are thirsty, and carrying you when you feel you cannot go on. I am releasing you from the burden of your own expectations. You have placed a weight upon yourself that I never intended for you to carry. You expect yourself to know things you have not yet learned, to have strength you have not yet developed, and to be perfect in a world that is fallen. Lay that burden down at my feet. All I expect from you is a willing heart and a humble spirit. Just show up each day, offer me the 5 loaves and 2 fish of your abilities, and watch me multiply them in ways that will astound you. The fear of failure has often been linked to a fear of the unknown. You cannot control the future, and that uncertainty can be terrifying. But I want to remind you that while the future is unknown to you, it is fully known to me. I am already there. I have already gone before you to prepare the way. Your future is safely held in my hands, and my hands are good. You do not need to know all the details of the plan. You just need to know the planner. Trust me. I will not lead you astray. I am restoring to you the childlike wonder and faith that fear has stolen. Remember when you were a child, how you would dream without limits, create without inhibition, and try new things without the paralyzing fear of looking foolish. That is the spirit I am breathing back into you today. A spirit that is willing to play, to explore, to experiment, and to get messy in the process of creation. It is time to silence your inner critic and awaken your inner child, the one who knows how to trust their father implicitly. Your identity is not in what you do, but in who you are. You are a child of the King, an heir to the kingdom, a co-heir with Christ. This identity is secure, unshakable, and eternal. It does not fluctuate based on your performance. Whether you build a global empire or simply live a quiet life of faithfulness, your status as my beloved child never changes. Root your sense of self in this unchanging truth, and you will find a stability that the winds of success and failure can never touch. This is the bedrock on which you can build a fearless life. I am breaking the generational curses of fear and failure that may have been passed down through your bloodline. You may have grown up in an environment where mistakes were not tolerated, where love was conditional, and where the fear of failure was a constant companion. But I declare today that that chain is broken in the name of Jesus. You are the start of a new lineage, a lineage of faith, courage, and freedom. You will model for your children and for all who watch you what it means to live a life fully surrendered to me, free from the bondage of fear. Be mindful of the moments when fear tries to disguise itself as wisdom or practicality. It will whisper, "Don't take that risk, it's not sensible," or "Be realistic, you don't have what it takes." This is a subtle deception. I am the God of the impossible. My economy is not based on earthly logic. I often call my children to do things that seem foolish to the world. Learn to discern the difference between the voice of cautious fear and the voice of my Holy Spirit. My voice will always lead you toward faith, growth, and greater dependence on me, even if it feels uncomfortable. From this day forward, I want you to view failure as feedback. It is simply data. It is information that tells you what doesn't work, so you can adjust your course and try a new approach. It is not a judgment on your character or your worth. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have failed the most, because they were not afraid to try. They understood that each no was simply bringing them closer to a yes. Adopt this mindset, and you will become unstoppable, for you will no longer be paralyzed by the potential for a negative outcome. I am calling you out of the boat and onto the water. Yes, the waves may be high, and the wind may be strong. But your eyes are not to be on the storm, they are to be on me. As long as you keep your focus on me, you will do the impossible. The moment you look down at the circumstances and begin to doubt, you will start to sink. But even then, even in that moment of sinking, my hand is right there, ready to pull you up. Do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. That is where you will find me. That is where the miracles happen. My child, this urgent message was sent to you today because your breakthrough is imminent. The enemy knew it was coming, which is why he has been bombarding you with fear and doubt. He was trying to prevent you from stepping into the new season I have prepared for you. But he has failed. This message is your weapon. It is the truth that will set you free. Rise up now, in the strength and authority I have given you. Shake off the dust of your past disappointments. Straighten your crown. Your victory is here. It is time to walk in it. You are loved beyond measure. You are cherished beyond comprehension. You are destined for greatness, not for the world's definition of greatness, but for the unique, God-breathed purpose that I have placed upon your life. Let my words wash over you and cleanse you of every last remnant of fear. This is your moment of liberation. Go forth and be the powerful, courageous, and fearless person I created you to be. And remember, I am with you always, even to the very end of the age. Your future is bright, and your path is secure in me. If this message has touched your heart and spoken to your spirit, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, Eternal Soul Whispers. By doing so, you will continue to receive these divine messages of hope, strength, and love that are meant to guide and uplift you on your journey. Each message is a reminder of my constant presence and my unending love for you. Join our community of faith so that you never have to walk alone, and so that you are always connected to the encouragement you need to fulfill your beautiful destiny. The best is yet to come.